think about the cost year after year that you could prevent if a business analyst is involved in helping to select a better package up front. The third example that I see very often is this prioritization idea. What comes first? As I mentioned, IT teams often have hundreds, if not thousands, of requests that are in their backlog. And it's very difficult for them to decide what to do first. What business analysts do is to analyze the business value of each change, even small ones, estimate the cost by looking at what needs to really be done to meet the need, and then help the team prioritize rationally. So effectively, we should be doing a cost-benefit analysis on every ticket or every service request that comes in and compare them to the other requests to help figure out what is the most important thing that we should be working on. I love the product backlog tool that a lot of the agile approaches use, because it's a nice list where we can help the business see for each of the requests we've had, what do we think the business value is and what do we think the cost is? I'm using t-shirt sizes here as an example. And then help the team prioritize these things by where we're going to get the best business value for, you know, the minimum or the most important timing and cost from an organization like the IT organization. As I said, most organizations have many things to do than they have time to do it. And so one of the things that's really great about this product backlog is as we move things to the top of the list, because they have clear business value and they're cost justifiable, things that are not as valuable fall to the bottom of the list. So back in my number one example, I said that BAs are good at politely saying no to customer requests. Sometimes you can't convince a customer to take something off the list, but if it keeps falling to the bottom because when everybody looks at it, it doesn't have enough business value, effectively those things don't get done, right? So it's another way to help the organization not spend valuable resources on something that isn't gonna give a big enough payback. So working on the most valuable changes first is beneficial. And this is a little bit hard to measure, but the way that I look at it and what I like to recommend for companies is that we spend some amount of time on a regular basis. My example here is an organization where maybe it's a half a day per week of a BA looking at incoming changes and doing a high-level cost-benefit analysis. So it's a very low-cost investment for the organization to have a BA look at these things and see right up front. A lot of companies call this triage. Does this look like it's going to be a good idea, and how valuable does this look relative to all the other things that are already on our list? And so what we do in terms of benefits is we prevent the teams, especially the development teams, the design teams, from jumping on things that are going to turn out to be a low priority item. And we keep the team focused on the most important work first. So for every team member who you saved their time and you keep them focused on what they're doing, depending on what their labor rate is, we could be saving a couple $1,000s per team member per week